Hello folks, I'm just putting this video together really quick. So I have a video this week for you to be entertained by. This is slightly entertaining. This is my kitchen remodel. It's what we did to the kitchen, and it's a pretty quick time lapse of the kitchen daily pictures. The boy back here, he's ready for bed, so we're a little past bedtime. And of course he's not used to the daylight savings time change. So watch this, shouldn't take more than a few minutes, and on the very end of it there's a little extra about how I removed wallpaper. So if you ever have to remove wallpaper, you might want to watch that. But anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll be putting up real videos real soon, so stay tuned. Okay, watch this. Here it goes. Okay, here's the beginning of the kitchen as it normally is, a total mess and these ugly cupboards that I hate. I took off the doors and started taking them apart, and the hardest part was emptying the damn cupboards so that I took all the stuff out of them. This is what the original cabinets looked like, and I tried to get rid of them on Facebook and nobody wanted them. But taking off the doors made it much easier to empty them out. And so I took down a couple cupboards myself because I wanted to use them in the basement. And then my contractors came and took down all of the cupboards. And it was a mess. So I had to take down the wallpaper and paint the walls. And then they came and put up the new cupboards, which are really nice. I really like them, but they're full faces, and I didn't realize they were full faces. This is the guy from the Granite shop doing a template for the Granite countertops, which was really interesting. I never saw anybody do this before. Usually they use lasers and levels and all that, and my brother says his guy did lasers and levels and had a shitty countertop that didn't fit. So I was glad to see this, but I realized that I had cabinets that I could put my stuff back in, so I started filling the cabinets back up with various things from the kitchen and made a huge mess that I had to clean up. But I really like the way the drawers work and the doors work and all that. I just got to figure out what kind of door handles and pulls I need. Here is the countertop guys, the Granite guys, bringing my Granite. So watch this. These guys were really hard workers. They never stopped, never took a break, never stopped working. I mean, they were going from one thing to another the whole time they were there. The countertop came with a sink, and they put it in the house so that it, I guess, so it worked well. But I asked them why they didn't just bring it in, because it was a real bear to get it all hooked in underneath the sink. The guy was down under the sink for about 45 minutes trying to get the little tabs to line up and stuff. I love that little piece of granite for the back table there he's putting in. It's I almost said to him, don't glue that in, I can use that for barbecues or something. But then they caulked all the stuff and they cleaned up. They did a really nice job. Incredible how well they did. This also blows my mind that they just drill the holes right there after they put the sink in for the faucet. And I have an extra little, filtered faucet for coffee water, tea water stuff. And boy, they get this little hole saw and it eats right through the granite so fast, and it's pretty neat. But it's noisy as hell, and it makes a lot of dust, which is why they've got the vacuum cleaner there. There's supposed to be a seam here, but there's no seam. Seamless. They call this Blue Dunes granite, and it's got these white marks in it. It made me think of clouds. It looks like clouds, and or maybe things floating in a river, so I really like it. And here's the guy coming in to do the tile on the first day, and he's really one of the boss men at the company that I contracted with, and he did one side because one guy was sick and they wanted to get it done, and then they did the other side the next day with the guy that's Steve that's normally there. And Jason, a guy who did the plumbing for me, he put the faucets in and had a heck of a time trying to figure out how the RO system works for the little faucet there. But they finally got it all together. I think it works pretty good, and they made it better than it was. Not really finished yet. They haven't grouted the tiles, but it's pretty much done. Put the curtain back up on the window, but it's the granite and the tiles. We put the outlets together. So they're supposed to be done tomorrow. I'm pleased. I think the granite goes good with the countertops and the cabinets and backsplash. Everything looks well within what I want. So I wanted to send you this video before I miss another one, so you understand what's going on. And we'll be out camping hopefully this weekend. There's a hurricane supposed to come through. So we got some camping, we got some partying, we got some other things to do. So hope you'll excuse the missing weeks, but more coming up. We got a big trip for Thanksgiving, which is coming up, and that'll be maybe in 2-3 weeks. So thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you on the road. Bye bye. Hello, folks. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm redoing my kitchen, so I'm a little behind on videos and camping trips and travel and stuff. But I wanted to show you, I'm doing wallpaper, or taking down wallpaper. There's a little left here. I've already done over here behind the refrigerator and over the wall and down this wall. All this white spots are wallpaper areas I removed. I want to show you good wallpaper removal techniques, because otherwise it's a pain in the butt. Above this window here, I'll show you. Come closer. This was all over the walls. It's still all over the walls behind you. But this is what they call an easy clean wallpaper. And it's coated so that it can be washed fingerprints and dirt off it. But it peels down pretty well, the top coat. All right, this is the top coat. The top stays together, and you can peel it off. You just got to get a corner. And this was where two pieces went together. And what that leaves is the paper backing where the adhesive was. And you don't want to leave that. You don't want to paint over that. That would be bad, because it would bubble up from the paint and look awful. So I'm taking all of this down and leaving that backing up there. And then to get the backing off, I use this stuff. This is from Home Depot. Lowe's does not sell it for some reason. Lowe's sells something different called Penguin or Piranha wallpaper stripper, and I don't like it as much. But this is amazing. It's 1 capful to a gallon of water, so it's very strong. So I have my trusty 1 gallon sprayer, garden sprayer. This sprayer, the only time I use it is for inside cleaning, or I might use it for the clean the carpets from the dogs, or anything else. If I want to wash the walls or something, it's real easy to spray the soap and water on the walls. But you can see as this gets on there, it soaks into the paper, and it's just kind of like a construction paper. And this isn't good stuff to get on carpets or curtains or things like that, but these are real cheap curtains. I might replace them, but you see it soaks in like that, and then this paper just peels off. And it's easier if you use a scraper, but I don't know where I put my scraper. But that all peels off, and it peels off pretty clean. I have a great big wallpaper scraper, and it helps to get under the windows and stuff. It's got 5 sides. I've broken it though. I broke it today. But you can scrape up an edge, and then the whole thing just peels off. And this is actually pretty clean. But if you let it dry, and I use really hot water, so it dries really fast. And while you're watching this video, I'm running around getting gloves on and looking for scrapers and things, so it's taken me a long time to do this. But so it's dried, and so then it gets sticky again, and it's just like normal. You see, it just comes right off. Perfect. So that's how I remove wallpaper. It's a nice, easy method, and it helps if you have the right kind of wallpaper. Embossed or easy clean, they're all the same. And so that whole area is done except for this one spot up here that dried. And maybe I can scrape that off. Maybe it's still damp a little bit. You just let it sit for about a second. As I said, I'm using real hot water because I thought it would go faster, and maybe it is. The disclaimer is that if people put up wallpaper and where the seams are between wallpaper sheets, if they glue them down with super glue or Elmer's glue or something like that, because they did a really bad job of putting up the wallpaper, then that's a whole nother story. You got to get that off, and it's best to use TSP, trisodium phosphate. That'll dissolve any glues or anything that's on the wall. But thought you might want to see that. And now let's show you the rest of the kitchen removal. The rest of the kitchen remodel.